Wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. And what the hell I'm getting in trouble today for saying we shall see. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared at the Flow Show, no filter, are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Happy Tuesday. Y'all know my favorite, one of my favorite days of the week. You know, I love Friday the most. But Tuesday, Taco Tuesdays. Get you a taco later on today. Get you one for me too. Eat one on me. Lot to talk about today. I'm gonna try to squeeze it all in. It's just so much. Today's one of those shows where this show could have been 5 hours long. Just so much going on in the industry, in the rap world, of course, Diddy's world. Lot to talk about today. I hope everybody feeling good. This is the Flow Show, no filter. Join us live in the studio audience on YouTube, 7:30 a.m. sharp, Monday through Friday, or catch us where everybody mostly listen to us at, on Apple and Spotify. The Flow Show, no filter, for all your news updates and your hot takes. And if you want to see somebody who get in trouble all the time for speaking his mind, that's me. So enjoy the show, and let's get going. Today, what we talking about today, y'all? First of all, Diddy, another lawsuit has been dropped. Diddy's lawsuits are dropping like flies. We need to talk about it. Also, a case that y'all, or a story some of y'all might not be familiar with, but there is a rapper by the name of Young Scooter out of Atlanta who died mysteriously running from the cops. And now we done found out there was a female who made a fake 911 call, aka allegedly we're finding out Young Scooter was swatted. This happened over the weekend. He lost his life on his birthday, and now we're finding out there was some shenanigans going on that pisses me off, and we're gonna get into that. There's another RICO coming. If you followed the Young Thug trial, there's another RICO of a little baby. I'm telling y'all, these rappers need to put them fucking backpacks on and get to rapping about healing the world, because ain't gonna be no rappers left. So we got to talk about that, and it's gonna lead me to my little story before I get into this Diddy mess. Y'all know, most of y'all been on this journey with me. That's been about 2.5 years so far. I started roughly 2.5 years ago, and through grace of God and y'all supporting me, I made it to the top of this journalism thing and this media situation. But as I grinded, I'm always been laid back, off the radar type of person. So when I was grinding, I was in Atlanta. I love Atlanta. And, nobody knew me. I'm just doing my thing, staying at the house, making my videos. Had no clue that it would blow up to what it is now. But last September, the same time with Diddy trial, I'm gonna let y'all know how this all played out. Last September, when Diddy was arrested. Now, y'all know I was the leader, one of the first people and main people bringing awareness to what the hell was going on with Diddy. And I told people he was going down when he was still free, and people didn't believe me. Well, you see where we are now. Well, in September, when he got arrested, after I told so many people who didn't believe me that he was going to be arrested, I mean, I already was my movement was already taking off and already was getting out of control. But when Diddy got arrested, I got like 100,000 Facebook followers in like 1 month. That month, a lot of Instagram, TikTok, just my page. My movement just went crazy when Diddy got arrested. It was like already going crazy, but then Diddy arrest just made everybody say, well, damn, this dude knew what he was talking about the whole time. So it blew up, and I could tell in September, I was like, I already was feeling like, do I really want to be in Atlanta? But after that happened, I said, I just felt it. I said, too many people know me now. A lot of people know where I live. And I'm a real like to myself type person. So I'm more comfortable around people I've been knowing forever. Most people around me, I've been knowing since I was a kid. And so I got to thinking, like, I started thinking about random people who knew where I lived at. And I said, you know what? It's time for me to get the fuck out of Atlanta so I could just be relaxed and do my job because it's just too wild in Atlanta. And so what just happened with young Scooter losing his life because of a female swatted, and it wasn't even young Scooter's female, was his friend's ex-girlfriend or something. And I'm gonna get into that story later, but that story is the reason why the fuck I moved out of Atlanta once my career, podcast and journalism, all that, once it took off, I was like, let me get the hell out of Atlanta. I like to be off the radar. So when we get into that Scooter story, it is wild. It's gonna piss you off. It's gonna make you realize how dangerous it is out here for us. We can't even trust our own friends. And I say friends in quotation. So I'm gonna get into that Scooter story later on in this show. I'm telling you, it's one of those ones that we actually know who made the false 911 call. Overnight, I had planned on coming in here telling y'all we need to find out who made this 911 call because his brother lost his life for no reason. But overnight, they found out who the 911 call, who made the fake 911 call allegedly. So we're gonna get into that. But first, for you beautiful guys and gals out there, we're gonna get into this Diddy shit. Another lawsuit has been dropped in the Diddy mess. And y'all know what we all been saying. We ready for the trial to come to start at this point. And you know, whether they're dropping these cases because they lying or they dropping these cases because they in fear, because the judge is making them they can't be Jane Does and John Does no more. These judges is making people put their name on it. And what's happening is the people that instead of putting their name on it, they are choosing to bow out. And so Diddy has dodged another bullet. So let's see what the Mohawkster got going on. So we're going to dive into this article and see what the hell the Mohawkster got going on. Another lawsuit has been dropped. Like I said, this comes from NDTV World. And the title of the article is Sean Diddy Combs sexual assault lawsuit dismissed after victim refuses to reveal identity. This is another lawsuit. So Sean Diddy Combs' team is celebrating another victory as another case has been dropped because the plaintiff doesn't want to tell her name. So let's get into it. It says Los Angeles, the disgraced rapper Sean Diddy Combs may have lucked out as a New York judge dismissed one of the many sexual assault lawsuits against him. Side note, this is another Tony Busby special. The lawsuit was dismissed after a victim who used the name Jane Doe chose not to reveal her identity by pursuing the case. In the lawsuit originally filed by Tony Hotwater Busby in October 2024, Jane claimed that Combs attempted to sexually assault her at a New York City party in 1995 and violently struck her when she refused his advances. As per Variety, in January, Busby filed a motion for Jane to proceed anonymously, which the court denied, stating that the very gravity of the charges, combined with no evidence of specifics and concrete harm, undermined her claim to proceed anonymously. Now, this shit supposedly happened back in 1995, y'all. What was I doing in 1995? 1995. Whoa, that's a while ago. 1995, I was not doing shit. So let's move on. After the court ordered Jane to file a complaint under her name by March 20th, the judge dismissed the case on Monday as she chose not to pursue the case further. Busby explained in a statement that she did not feel comfortable revealing her identity and ultimately decided to bow out. This is crazy. But after the court ordered Jane to file a complaint under her name, she wouldn't do it. In this particular case, Jane Doe opted not to proceed. He said, "There's a lot of fear amongst these plaintiffs," Busby goes on to say. "Thus, I can't blame her. These are tough cases, and they are many times re-traumatizing for those who pursue them. Each case stands on its own merit. This woman chose not to proceed and subject herself to the media circus and the perceived danger she felt. We have to respect that." The rapper's legal team shared with Variety that this dismissal is a sign of what's to come with other pending cases. Today, a federal judge dismissed a lawsuit filed. This is Diddy's attorney. Today, a federal judge dismissed a lawsuit filed against Mr. Combs by Texas attorney Anthony Busby and his local counsel. This is now the second case brought by these attorneys against Mr. Combs that has been dismissed in its entirety. It will not be the last. For months, we have seen case after case filed by individuals hiding behind anonymity, pushed forward by attorneys more focused on media headlines than legal merit. The other claims, like the one dismissed today, and also will not hold up in the court of law. And I'm gonna give my community at the Flow Show No Filter a lot of credit on this one. Y'all said it even before I said it, because I was thinking it, and you guys said it. One thing you guys said was when a lot of these cases were coming, I noticed a lot of people in the comments, a lot of people in the chat, a lot of people in my fan mail were saying, only thing I don't like about all these cases coming out of nowhere, that we don't want, fake cases or cases that aren't going to go all the way. We don't want those cases to take away from the real victims. And the closer we get to the actual real trial, which is May 5th, but they push it to May 12th. They're doing a jury thing in May 5th or whatever, getting the jury together. But we said it, and you see the closer we get, a lot of these cases are starting to get dropped. Tony Busby has been exposed as not crossing his T's and dotting his I's. And now it's becoming more of a circus and it's more focused on all these cases being dropped and all this mess that Tony Busby and Jay-Z going through. And it's much less about the victims. And that's the sad part about all of this. Now, I can't blame her if she is in fear. This happened all the way back in 1995. So I would imagine this person is probably in their 50s, somewhere in there. And at this point, maybe they're like, you know what? I don't want to bring all this drama my way at this big age. But if I would put my 2 cents in, I would say if you're trying to get justice for somebody who has done this crazy stuff that Diddy did, for the sake of not just you, but all victims, I just wish if it's true, I wish you would go forward. Even just tell your name. God to protect you. But it just makes the work of the real victims, just makes them have to work harder. Or the victims who do want to push through it, because now people are looking at the more cases that get dismissed, the more the public and the more people are looking at the cases like, well, all of these could be lying. And so it goes all the way back to, like I said, I give y'all a lot of credit because y'all brought that up a long time ago. And I was thinking it when y'all brought it up. I was like, man, I hope these, so many cases coming. I hope we don't bring down the real victims with all these, lawsuits where some of them, they dropping out because they fear for their life. Some of them getting dismissed purely because they just sound crazy. So we're going to continue to watch and see what's going on with the Diddler. But as far as we know right now, another victory for Diddy. Another lawsuit dropped. But like I tell people, that has nothing to do with this federal case going on. And so at this point, I'm going to definitely continue to cover everything, every update that goes on in this Diddy trial. But in all honesty, if I'm just being straightforward with y'all, I am so ready for the actual real trial at this point. It's becoming draining of all this getting dismissed, this person, they sanctioning this lawyer and private investigators. This whole shit has just turned into what we used to call a clusterfuck. My dad used to call it a quagmire. Just a lot of BS. So I'm gonna continue to watch it, but it's getting on my nerves, y'all. I like I said, I'm ready for the real trial. I'm pretty sure y'all probably feel the same way. But the whole rap, we go from one rapper, because I don't know, apparently they keep calling Diddy a rapper in all these videos. I mean, all these articles. So I'm just gonna say he a rapper. I never knew Diddy was a rapper, but we ain't gonna have no rappers left. 2025 and 2024 has been a cleansing for the industry, for the rap world in general. I don't really know exactly where it's coming from, but I know that the system, the government, they are not fucking playing around. I mean, every rapper is getting caught up in RICOs. Whether you know the name or not, they connected to people who you know the names of. You might not know Big U. That's a big RICO for the West Coast. Big U was tied to Nipsey Hussle. I know most of y'all know who Nipsey Hussle is, but we're not even talking about the Big U one today. First of all, let me make a quick announcement before we go into the Young Scooter situation. If you didn't know, Lil Baby, most of y'all should know who Lil Baby is. They saying a RICO is coming soon for him and the 4PF crew. Now, Lil Baby is connected to Young Thug. and connected to the whole Atlanta scene. But he wanted, as far as most recently, he's like the top Atlanta rapper. I mean, he's fell off a little bit, but he's the top Atlanta rapper. And now he's looking at a RICO behind a 13-year-old who was unalive. That kind of brought it to the forefront. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. This is developing. I'm just putting this out there so y'all can start paying attention, start doing a little research, because this is going to be a big one. This one will be as big as Young Thug's trial. So what happened was, when Fonnie Willis took down Young Thug and that whole YSL RICO that everybody tuned into, when it first happened, she said there were more RICOs to come. And it was even alleged that she even said 4PF, which is Lil Baby's crew. But a lot of time went past. A whole lot of time went past. And I think the YSL trial took a lot longer than they expected. So we didn't hear anything about 4PF and Lil Baby's RICO. And everybody assumed, including me, for a while, I said, well, maybe he's okay. Maybe Lil Baby, dodged a bullet on this one. Until about a month or a couple months ago, Lil Baby allegedly did a video shoot in enemy territory. Law enforcement say Lil Baby know he wasn't supposed to be there, but he was trying to make a point and did it in enemy territory. The Goodfellas, that's the enemy. So you got 4PF and Lil Baby on one side, you got Goodfellas as the other side. Well, there was a shootout, and a 13-year-old lost his life 27 minutes into his birthday. He was able to be 13 and celebrate his birthday for 27 minutes until a bullet checked him out, which is sad as fuck. Well, when this happened, the cops, law enforcement, came out immediately. He said this was a cowardly act that could have been prevented and was caused by the rapper Lil Baby. They called him right out. People was like, damn, how's the police gonna call Lil Baby right out? He didn't shoot, he didn't kill the person. But then people started learning details and learned there was a little beef going on between those two sides. And y'all know how it go. Once a kid is killed, once a child loses their life, the people go crazy. It was all cool until a child lost their life. Now, Lil Baby was on the hot seat. But when this law enforcement called out Lil Baby and his gang, he came out with Lil Baby came out with a statement via Instagram that I called out and my boy Greg called out on the lunch show. If y'all remember, if any of y'all were tuned into the lunch show, y'all remember we talked about Lil Baby and his statement and that he was about to go down. This was a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, a month or less. And so Lil Baby put a statement out, said, don't worry about me. I'm overly good. God got something like that. And he didn't mention anything about the child that lost their life. It was a very cocky message that lacked any compassion. And I said to Greg on that show, I said, that's not a good statement. Whether you had anything to do with it or not, Lil Baby should have at least acknowledged the child that lost their life. Nobody wanted to hear about a millionaire rapper talking about he overly good when your video shoot caused a back and forth shootout, and now this kid is gone. So what happened? Just yesterday, it was breaking news. They got an indictment. They got a RICO coming for Lil Baby. And I'm telling y'all now, it's a lot of people listening to this that might not know how big Lil Baby is or how big it's going to be. Just trust me. This RICO goes down. This will be a huge case that's going to dominate your timeline and dominate all your platforms. So if you don't know who Lil Baby is now, you don't understand or don't know how big this is, do a little research so you won't be behind when we start talking about it, because it's coming and it's going to be a big one. Anyway, I just had to put y'all on to what to be looking out for. Look out for the Lil Baby, because I like to give y'all a little heads up before it comes down the pipe, because once we get to talking about it, I don't want you to be behind. Go ahead and do a little research on Lil Baby, 4PF, RICO. It's a lot to unpack. But speaking of a lot to unpack, we got to go back to Atlanta. And this goes back to why I told y'all I had to get the fuck out of Atlanta. Atlanta is a wild ass place, especially if you are a known person. Let's just say that. It's wild. It's always, you got to watch people trying to get you. You got to watch people jealousy. Everybody knows everybody. And this story right here is going to describe to y'all why the fuck Flo had to get the hell out of Atlanta. And y'all know I ain't scared of shit, but I like to be comfortable. I don't like to be nowhere where I can't trust nobody or I don't know who I can trust. And so this story right here let me know that I made the right decision at the right time, because I would never want to be caught up in this, like with Young Scooter. So Young Scooter, for y'all, I know a lot of y'all don't know who he is, but this is another big name rapper that most people in the industry know exactly who he is. This is the story. Check this out. So over the weekend, there was breaking news. Young Scooter, just so you know, he's connected to Future. I'm sure y'all know who Future is, and Young Thug and all the Atlanta rappers that you know. Young Scooter, everybody love Young Scooter. Big rapper. So over the weekend, we get his death is so mysterious, but we started to find out what happened. So check this shit out. Over the weekend, we hear breaking news. Young Scooter, first of all, breaking news, a man is shot and killed by the police. Then right after that, they say that young man who was shot and killed by the police was Young Scooter. But then the police come out and say, wait a minute. They say this isn't Young Scooter. This isn't we didn't do that. We didn't shoot him. They saying that the person who did it was, matter of fact, I'm gonna let the police describe it for you.
We're going to discuss two events this evening. The first being from the 200 block of William Nye Drive. In Zone 3, officers responded to a dispute with a weapon. It was advised in the call remarks that shots were fired and a female was dragged back into the location. Once officers arrived, they knocked on the door. A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on the officers. The officers then established a perimeter. During the process of establishing the perimeter, two males fled out of the rear of the house. One male returned back into the house. The other male jumped two fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. Officers rendered aid, and he was transported to Grady Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased.
So check this out. So then it comes out, this all happened over the weekend. Then so the police dropped that. So they say, well, okay, they didn't kill him, but he died from running from the police, jumping over a fence and broke his leg and bled out. We like, what? So if you heard that, and I'm gonna read. You might not be able to hear some of the stuff. You might not be able to hear some of the stuff he said, but there was a weird 911 call that said that a woman was bloody and being beaten, and she tried to run. All lies. All lies. And I got that 911 call. It was just released, so you got an exclusive. We're going to dive into that 911 call. But check this out. Come to find out, he was swatted. And if you don't know what exactly what swatted is, swatting is a form of criminal harassment that involves deceiving an emergency service into sending a police or emergency service response team to another person's address. This is triggered by false report of a serious law enforcement emergency, such as a bomb threat, domestic violence, murder, hostage situation, or a false report of a mental emergency, such as reporting that a person is suicidal or homicidal and may be armed. Listen to this 911 call, and I'm gonna tell you what's going on before they even start, so you'll know how to listen to this. This woman called 911, made a false claim because her ex-boyfriend was partying with young Scooter. They were at young Scooter's house. It was his birthday. They were about to have a birthday party. And because she wasn't invited to the birthday party, she called the police and made this shit up. And he lost his life behind this. Check this out. This is why I got the hell out of Atlanta.
Yeah, no, it's 273 William. Oh, you said 9 NYE, right? Yeah. Okay. So, fine. Actually, both, if you compare both, there was literally a shooting. The house, literally the neighbors next door, the house of the address that I just gave you, the 273. There is literally a whole domestic dispute going on. There's like 7 guys that live in this house, and then I'm sorry, what is my name? Okay. Okay, so I'm a neighborhood watch, and basically, like I said, these guys, they're like selling drugs in and out of the house. All you see is guys coming in and out of the house with guns and stuff. They hold the guns in the air, and then it's like, I'm not sure if they're pimping, but it's like the situation that's going on right now. This girl doesn't have on any clothes. They threw her outside. He was fighting the girl. He literally fought the girl. I'm not sure what they were fighting over. If they were fighting over drugs. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like they were fighting over drugs. And then they started shooting. She had someone come over there and they started shooting. But this house needs to be investigated. They're definitely doing stuff. They're doing illegal stuff over there. It's disturbing the area. I'm gonna say 3. It was 3 stops. When did it happen? It's happening now.
Pause it right there. It's happening now. Pause it right there. Now, mind you, when the police came, I'm gonna let this lying ass 911 caller keep going. But give you some context. When the police came, you know, on that 911 call, she said the girl was bloodied and beaten and shots fired and all type of crazy shit. When the police arrived, there was no woman, no blood, no shots fired, no nothing. As a matter of fact, another red flag was she had to be transferred. They had to transfer to the right district, which means she called from a whole nother location. Let's continue.
So I believe the girl is hurt. And the girl is hurt because she was like bleeding profusely, like blood everywhere. Yeah, she's trying to get away. They're holding her. She's in her house. Like she's trying to They brought her, the guy that was fighting her, she ran outside naked, and then he was fighting her outside. And then there was another commotion. She tried to get away. He dragged her back in the house. So now they're at the door, literally fighting. She's trying to get out. He's refusing to let her out. There's like 7 guys in the house.
Oh, we found out who she is too, so I'm gonna let y'all know who she is at the end of this. I was working all night, y'all.
There's also a child in danger as well because she has a baby.
Now somebody telling her to say this shit because she just adding stuff as she going. Like it's somebody like say it's a baby.
Yeah, she's bleeding profusely.
She's bleeding profusely.
The male is like has like a caramel complexion, long hair cut. He's black and he drives blue, regular blue jeans and like a regular like t-shirt. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure if it was blue or black. Okay. She's light skinned and she has black hair. She's probably about 5'3", 130 pounds. What? Okay. And you said she's naked. Okay.
This is crazy, y'all. None of this shit is true.
Well, shot work. Hello. This is a house, and I think you guys should get here quick because this girl he's really hitting her, and it's a child-in-law. It's like 7 guys in the house, but they all have guns. You guys need to hurry to get here before she doesn't make it.
If this don't sound fake.
There's a situation going on in this house. There's 7 guys that live here, and they're basically, I'm not sure if they're running some type of sex trafficking. This individual, she's a 5'2", like 3 female black hair. She ran outside.
This girl done went from talking about the girl ran out bloody, being beat up, shots fired, 3 shots fired, sex trafficking, drug. What the hell is all like this sounds so made up. It's crazy. And I don't know. I guess you gotta believe everybody, I guess, when you're a 911 person. But anybody with common sense, I mean, I'm telling you, this sounds, and I'm sure y'all listening saying the same thing. Like, this sounds so fake.
She tried to get away. She was dragged back into the house, and they're holding her hostage. And there was a baby involved. So this situation is really serious. And he's punching her. If you guys don't get her, she's going to be really hurt. Literally a neighborhood watch. I'm not in the house. Oh no.
She talking about she a neighborhood watch, y'all.
She has to be about maybe. She looks a little underage, but I don't want to say looks to be deceiving, so she's roughly out in between. That's the same between.
Now she's saying underage. She done put every trigger word for the police to come there and tear shit up. She has used every trigger: underage, sex trafficking, drugs, guns, domestic abuse. I mean, literally everything you can do illegally at home that the police are going to go crazy about, she named. It was all going on at the same time. But literally, with all this commotion, with all this going on, you only get one 911 call. Where everybody else in the neighborhood? Nobody else hear all these gunshots and a woman screaming and being beat profusely. Let's wrap up this line. Motherfucker, this is crazy.
I want to put you up. What do you mean is your way? Keep beating her. He's beating her bloody. He's dragged her back in the house.
He dragged her back in the house.
There, he dragged her back in the house.
People get mad when they lying, don't they?
Okay. Everyone in the house has weapons.
Everyone in the house has weapons.
They're roommates or something like that. I don't know if all 7 live there, but it's typically about the same amount that comes that's there every day. She's bleeding from her face, like the whole front of her face. She's bleeding profusely, and then there's a child involved. Okay,
oh, and now it's a child involved, y'all. The story just get deeper and deeper.
How can I assess if she is alert if I just told her to bring her back to the house? She was breathing when she was outside trying to get away. Okay. I don't know. Thank you for that. We do have PD starting to this location. 2 officers are
She, whoever this mother, watch my language, whoever this person is, needs to be charged with murder. You gonna go this far lying, then whatever happened from your lie or this swatting, you should be held accountable for it. This pisses me the fuck off. And this is why I say you got to be so careful, because this ain't young Scooter's woman. This is his friend's woman. However he died, you put everybody's life in that house at danger when you're telling the police it's shots going off, people being beat, drug trafficking, underage. You got them coming up ready to pull out and blast everybody's ass. And let me say a quick apology to the Atlanta Police Department, because I'll be on y'all ass, no Diddy, and I was cussing y'all out because it was originally reported by the news that the police killed young Scooter, or they shot and killed. And I cussed the whole police department out because I can't stand Atlanta Police Department anyway. But let me do an apology. That wasn't the police department. This was some raggedy ass 911 caller who was mad because they weren't invited to the party. And now a father, a brother, a son, an uncle, a cousin, someone that a lot of people loved is gone because your ass want to lie because you ain't invited to a party. This is why we be so fucking paranoid about us and our kids, because it ain't even you. That ain't even Scooter's woman. He at his house celebrating his birthday. And because you got a friend that's fucking around with crazy MFers, your ass, your life gone. And they didn't even find anything. So people say, well, why did he run? Well, I'm going to tell you a story. A quick one. Just because somebody run don't mean that they necessarily did nothing wrong. He could have had a warrant for a traffic ticket. And I'm talking about young Scooter. And if you listen to the earlier law enforcement, when they came, they obviously, imagine how they pulled up based off of that 911 fake ass call. And and before I forget, because you know when I get pissed, that's when I start forgetting stuff. Let me let y'all know who this is, because I'll mess around and forget. So let me tell y'all that right now. It's some girl named La 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 on Instagram. I actually took a screenshot of her page, but it is, her name is girl La 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 underscore on Instagram. Go to my TikTok after sometime today, Tuesday, and I'm gonna do a little breakdown of the whole thing. I got the picture of her and everything. So I just want to make sure I let y'all know who the fuck she was before I continued on. But so you know the police had to pull up like the Gestapo. You know, they pulled up probably 100 deep, guns everywhere, all type. You know, it probably looked crazy. Now it's young Scooter's birthday. So when the guy, if you listen to the law enforcement, he said they originally first got, when they knocked on the door, got answered the door and then shut the door. He probably said, man, they out here, I don't know what the hell going on. And when, let me just be honest, when you are a black man and the police are at your door with guns drawn and looking like they ready for whatever, you are paranoid, whether you did anything or not. I'm telling you from experience. Y'all know I keep it real. My uncle, let me give you an example. My uncle, law-abiding citizen in Cleveland. Rest in peace, Uncle Jim. I always tell you about Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim gave me a lot of quotes, a lot of knowledge. But I remember one time we were at Granny house. Him and my granny lived in the same neighborhood, Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Shout out to Cleveland Heights. And my Uncle Jim come hopping through the back gate and coming to the back door. And I'm telling you, Uncle Jim ain't no criminal at all. Like, he ain't gonna take nothing. He just was always a hard-working, honest man. Come to find out, he was running from the police. Why? Because he had a warrant. Now, should he have been running? Hell no. But he ain't no drug dealer, never was. He ain't no killer. He ain't no robber. He just a black man with a warrant. And you don't want to be tied up in the system if you can help it. Now, like I said, should you run? Hell no. I'm not saying anybody is right for running. You should not run. I wouldn't run. But what I'm saying is be open-minded and understand everything ain't always cut and dry. You can't say he was running, meaning he had illegal. They didn't find anything. But I'm going to tell you, as a young black man, when you celebrating your birthday and you know that if these police take you in, it's a Friday. This was before his birthday party. He did not want to spend the weekend of his birthday locked up. So he probably tried to hit a back fence, get the hell out of there, have somebody pick him up, and whatever, he figured I'd deal with this shit Monday or whatever. But nobody wants to, and that's not just no black man. It ain't even got to be about race. Black, white, Puerto Rican, whatever you are, nobody wants to spend their birthday in jail for a random reason. They ain't got to be black as anybody. So this woman makes this fake call and the police there. Now he's running. We still don't know exactly what happened. We ain't seen no body cam. We haven't seen any of that. So this person, they said it's a $5,000 reward for this woman. I'm sure she's already been. I saw overnight that some people had found out who she was. So I don't know if she has been taken into custody yet. But she should fucking rot. I know that. And I looked it up. In Atlanta, swatting, they just made a law about swatting. Swatting, let's check it out. Swatting. The penalty of Georgia law for swatting is up to 5 years in prison. It is a felony offense. And if you do it more than once, it will increase the time. But I don't think up to 5 years don't even cover what this woman did. This is sad, and this is another thing that I say could happen to anybody. Had he not ran, who knows how that situation would have ended because of all the lies that were told to law enforcement. They're pulling up, based off of that story, they pulling up ready for war. If these people are beating people bloody outside, dragging them in, shooting 3-4 shots, underage sex trafficking, all kind of stuff supposed to be all going on right before you pull up, I can imagine probably all the police had their fingers on the trigger. And it was all lies. Let that sink in, y'all. All lies. You got to be a fucked up human being to do some shit like that to somebody, to anybody. The amount of people that we lose into police brutality or just violence in general, it ain't enough. We need to lose more by making up shit. We got enough real shit happening that we can't get under wraps. We got enough lives being lost intentionally. We got enough real sex trafficking going on, real underage bullshit going on, real drugs going on. We got a lot of that stuff really going on. But we got people playing with the shit and lying for their own benefit. It's disgusting. It's classless. It's bullshit. And it's the reason why I do what I do, because we need to know what the hell going on. And I need that this person who did this shit, I need their name to be just as big and blown up as anybody else's name would be if they did this shit. Just like if it was the police, just like I had to take it back because the news reported it wrong. You know me, I stand up, hey, apologize to the police. But now I'm cussing out this 911 call. Anybody can get it. This smoke ain't reserved for certain people. This smoke goes to everybody on the Flow Show No Filter. And so now, and that's just to let people know, hey, look, because it's a certain community that gets mad when you call out the cops for unaliving a black man, and it's a certain community, certain pocket of people that they get offended by that. But I like I said, I tell them I don't reserve, my smoke is for everybody. So I never feel any kind of way about calling nobody out, because I'm calling out whoever needs to be called out. I don't give a fuck who they are, what color they are, how old they are, what gender they are, none of that. Your ass do some bullshit, I'm calling you out. So if it hurts your feelings when I call out a particular group, then y'all know what rocks y'all can kick, and you know what footwear to have on when you kick those rocks. I ain't got to say it no more. But anytime, I don't care, black, white, green, gray, whatever, when I see somebody lose their life over some shit that didn't have to be, that don't nothing piss me off more than that. Young Scooter should still be here after his birthday. But you got people who want to swat and call and make fake and don't understand how dangerous that is. You putting everybody at risk because your ass ain't invited to a fucking kickback. Which I see why your ass wasn't invited, because you a piece of shit. Just file. So again, when I prepared this segment last night, I was preparing to come on here, or yesterday, I was preparing to come on here today and ask y'all who anybody in Atlanta know who the hell that voice it was, but the internet worked faster than me sometimes, because by the time I woke up this morning, girl Lala underscore whatever has been identified. So I'm gonna let y'all know what happens next. But this shouldn't even happen at all. We'll continue. I'm gonna keep up with all these Ricos, keep up with this Diddy shit, Tony Busby, Jay-Z. See what comes out of that. The news is getting crazier and crazier. And quite frankly, some of this shit just leaves you speechless. To lose your life on your birthday because your friend's ex-girlfriend or some girl he messed with and he's not messing with her no more, she makes this crazy 911 call with every claim known to man, from underage sex trafficking down to just beating up women to shooting them and all kind of, you saying all of that. And now we done lost another rapper, another father, another brother, another cousin. This shit gotta stop, y'all. This shit really has to stop. But I can't leave today without congratulating and thanking the people who make this podcast popular, or make this podcast make it what it is, keeping truth alive by subscribing. Maria, just say Maria, no last name. Maria is the subscriber of the day with a $5 donation. Everybody clap it up for Maria in the comments. Show her some love. It means the world to me. Anybody who subscribes, I will always shout you out. Y'all are the reason that we are here and able to talk about and say candidly what the hell we want to say. So shout out to Maria. Please subscribe to the podcast if you can. It's in the description notes. Keep the lights on. Let's keep this podcast going. This podcast will only go as far as the subscribers take it, because if we have to depend on corporate dollars, a lot of stuff that I come on here and say, I can't say. So let's continue to subscribe, and I appreciate everybody. And even if you have not a subscriber, if you're listening every day, if you're letting everybody know that the Flow Show No Filter is the best fucking podcast on Apple and Spotify, then shout out to you too. Tour coming up. Shout out to the Carolinas. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to Las Vegas. Shout out to Chicago. If y'all didn't name your city, that means I ain't hearing from y'all enough. So if you want me to come to your city or your state, definitely leave it in the fan mail or DM me on my social medias. I'm on the Flow Show No Filter is on TikTok now too. So check it out. Check us out on TikTok. The Flow Show No Filter. Follow us. We're gonna be on there saying everything that need to be said. And if they don't like it, and I don't like it, and they don't like it, I don't care. We're gonna keep doing what we doing. So we got a tour out the way. And last thing too, make sure y'all join the And I Don't Like It Army on Facebook. We got over 1,000 members now, over 1,000 and counting. So please join the And I Don't Like It Army in Facebook so you can know exactly what the hell going on with the crew and kick it and get a little exclusive info because we be in there announcing tour dates and possible venues and getting suggestions and everything. So definitely shout out to my Facebook crew too, because y'all be holding me down. I ain't gonna lie. Back in the day, I thought Facebook had fell off. Shoot, Facebook hold me down just as much as any other community. Love my Instagram community, Facebook community, TikTok community, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, all of y'all. But we'll get back on this tomorrow. I expect to be able to dive some more into this Hollyweird. It's a lot going on. I was waiting for a couple things to be confirmed today. Once they're confirmed, I got a couple huge stories coming up as far as this downfall of Hollywood with Justin Bieber, Diddy, what else? J-Lo, Ashton Kutcher. Where the hell is Ellen? They saying Ellen is out the country still. It's a lot going on. So I'm going to get on that tomorrow. Other than that, as always, I love y'all, but I am out. Bam! Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. And another one. And another one. And another one bites the dust. Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. Another one down, y'all. Appreciate everybody checking in. All the community. We here for another one. It's so much going on, so much going on. But let's get Apple and Spotify loaded up. Y'all know the routine. How's everybody doing in the breakfast crew? Let me take these damn headphones off. I don't need them no more. Let's see. We getting them loaded up, y'all. Boom. SC. Boom. April Fool. All right, we got that loaded up, y'all. How everybody doing? This is good listening. Good over there, Jennifer. What's up, Shauna? Thanks, Shauna. All right, good. Well, we getting it loaded up. So y'all, this is the last podcast episode until the Diddy trial. Jennifer said we good over there. We doing good. So what's going on, y'all? Let me know what's going on as we let the Buzzsprout load up. This is getting crazy. This is the last one. This is the last one on every platform. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, all of it until May 5th. And you know why? Y'all know why this is the last one, right? This is the last one because it's April Fools. Y'all some April Fools. No damn last episode. We right back here tomorrow morning. Y'all know it's April Fools. Damn. Thank you, Jennifer. Shit, April Fools. April Fools. Oh, damn. I had to get y'all with a good one. I had to get one. I had that waiting from the very beginning. I was gonna say it in the very beginning, but I ain't wanna scare everybody on the podcast. Hey, April Fools! April Fools! Hey, look, Daniel said I got her. And Daniel said, I got you got me, I got you. I forgot it was April 1st. April Fools! This is the last episode forever. Except for we got another one coming tomorrow. Then we got another one coming Thursday, another one Friday. Then we off for the weekend. Come on, y'all. Y'all know I had to hit y'all with the April Fools now. Y'all know we have fun on the Flow Show, no filter. It ain't all about being mean and mad. Y'all know we gotta have some fun. Mona, what up, Meanie Me? Man, that Lala chick is foul as fuck. Being a person of color and using the police for your acts of hatred, she needs to be locked away and never seen or heard from again. Absolutely disgusting. Lauren, I couldn't have said it better myself. That just hearing her burns my soul. It burns my soul to hear somebody lying like that and people losing their life. The relationship is not a secret. Black people and police, we don't have the greatest relationship. But to lie and use that for your own benefit is the lowest of lows. Lowest of lows. Okay, let me definitely announce that. And Lauren said, and this coming from a white woman who has a brother who is a police officer. This is bullshit. But let me bring that. Thanks, Mona, for announcing that. You all know Meanie Me, aka Mona, always keep us in the loop of what's going on. She said today is going to be a Free Wendy protest in LA and New York. If you in LA and New York, if you in LA or New York, go support Wendy. We trying to get her, we trying to set her free. Yeah, Michelle, it's ridiculous. Michelle says the call was disgusting and knowing someone lost their life is gut-wrenching. Horrible. 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 Hey, Marie. Everybody say hi to Marie. Good morning, Marie. Glad you could join us on the breakfast show. Join the breakfast crew. Y'all know we get together every day at 7:30 Eastern, Marie, if you can make it. I don't know if you've made it before, but 7:30 Eastern. We here every day, Monday through Friday. Glad to have you. I say what's up to Marie. Our Facebook family, you know we love our Facebook family. The Facebook family holds us down. Okay, it's our first time, y'all. So y'all know how to welcome her. Let her know this is a family. Welcome to the family, Marie. This is all we get up in the morning and we talk about these cases and we spread love. And we also don't hesitate to cut somebody out if need be. So, you know, equal opportunity. We laugh, we joke, but then we also cuss people out if they need to be cussed out. So we got to get everything, and you get a little bit of everything with the Flow Show. Jennifer said, everybody, welcome to the Breakfast Crew. Even if you ain't in the chat or in the comments, welcome. We are really gearing up, and we are going to be the family that rides through this Diddy case together. We actually just trying to get to the Diddy case, but I actually look forward to these mornings when we get to discuss what's going on in the Diddy trial. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Marie said you got to. Yeah, every now and then you got to cut some folk out. But we love folks. We love folks. We love them. We love them. But yeah, this is really like, I really put this morning show together so that when the trials start, we'll have a place to come through first thing in the morning and talk about what's going on with the trial. And then we got a lot more trials coming up. So we'll be the first group in the morning to talk about shit. And I like that. We're going to be the very first crew in the morning talking about what the hell going on. I like that, Marie. Hey, Marie, one of us, y'all. Check out Marie. I love, hey, look, Marie feel the same way that we all feel. Marie says, I genuinely feel bad for Justin. He was just a kid and his mom basically pimped him out. Sure did. I think I saw Jennifer say something like that on Facebook. Jennifer told somebody, because somebody was like, does Justin have parents or managers? And then Jennifer said something about, you mean the parents that pimped him out? I don't know if you used those words, but I did see something that you said about the parents. And when you look back, that's exactly what happened, Marie and Jennifer. He was definitely pimped out. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part. We would never pimp our child out. I wouldn't care. I don't even want my child, unless he wants to be in the limelight, I don't even want him to be in the limelight. I don't want him to be a part of this crazy industry. I want my child to just do whatever he want to do off the radar. Fuck this industry. Yep, I seen it. When I see something, yeah, I pay attention. When I see it, I do. Y'all know I got a photographic memory, so sometimes I'll be doing something and it'll pop up on my phone and I see it. So like I do, when I see it, my brain takes a picture. So I saw it and I was like, I was cracking up. But it was on my phone. I wasn't in the app when I saw it. It just popped up on my phone. Yeah, we love our kids. That's another thing that goes on. A big part about the Flow Show, No Filter family. We love our kids. We all paranoid. We don't want nothing to happen to our kids, which is another reason why these stories piss us off, because a lot of times parents have just thrown their child to the wolves. You leaving us, Mini-Me? The Mini-Me says she got to get out of here, y'all. Yep, I'm with you, Lauren. Yep. That's how it is, Lauren. I totally agree with you on this one, Lauren. It's like back in the day, you would be excited about shit. My mother put me in modeling. But I remember back in the day, you would be excited about that. These days, shit, I'm with you. I don't want my son in no modeling, no nothing. You see that weird stuff with the Abercrombie guy? I'm with you all the way, Lauren. I want my hey, look, I be telling my brand, I want my son to just stay at home. I don't even want him to be out in the streets, but he has to work. So, but I definitely don't want him. I don't want him in no modeling. I don't want him in no industry. I don't want him in none of that because I don't want to have to unalive nobody. Yeah, y'all. So it's just sad. My 8-year-old wants to be a content creator, and I told him absolutely not until he's way older. No, sir. Yeah, you're doing the right thing, Lauren. Keep them out of keep them out of that, man. Yeah, we definitely sad situations, y'all. Sad across the board. But I should have a Diddy update today for tomorrow. I'm waiting on something to come through. I haven't got confirmation yet, but hopefully tomorrow. Buzzsprout is still loading. What do y'all think about Wendy Williams? Y'all think she gonna get out of this? What I gotta look into it. What is the exactly the protests? Are they? Here we go. Free her. Free her. Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely check out that. I don't know what time the protest. Let me see if I can see what time the protest, the Wendy protest, when do they start? The Wendy protests. Let's see. I'm trying to see what time the Wendy protests. So let's check it out. While we waiting on that to upload, let's go into the Wendy Williams fans. This article is from allhiphop.com, and it says Wendy Williams fans are to protest coast to coast over prison-like guardianship. Wendy Williams supporters are set to protest in New York and Los Angeles, demanding an end to her guardianship. Wendy Williams will reportedly be the focus today as supporters rally in New York and Los Angeles, demanding an end to her court-ordered guardianship and calling attention to what they describe as her unjust confinement in Manhattan Memory Care Facility. According to social media posts, demonstrators will gather at 10 a.m. local time outside Coterie Hudson Yards. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Coterie in New York at her Hollywood Walk of Fame star in Los Angeles. This is the Free Wendy campaign. The movement seeks to terminate the legal arrangement that has controlled Williams' finances, Medicare, and personal life since 2022. The former daytime talk show host, who was diagnosed in 2023 with frontotemporal dementia and primary progressive aphasia, is expected to show her support from inside the assisted living facility until 2 p.m. Weeks after she was hospitalized, y'all. I hope they get this shit right. I hope they get this shit right. Okay, good. What is it called? Apple and Spotify is ready, so I'm about to upload them right now. Give me 1 second. Okay. That is published. Let's go. Boom. It is uploaded and ready to go. Yeah, the Wendy Williams situation makes no sense at all. At all. So let me see if we got any information on it. Hopefully, I hope the protest. All right, y'all. So did y'all know, breaking news, the federal government approves new $1,200 stimulus payments. Breaking, a new round of $1,200 economic stimulus payments has been authorized by the federal government. Distribution will begin next week. No application is required. Further details will be provided shortly. Officials say the money can be used for rent, bills, savings, or whatever chaos you've been holding back. Early reports suggest spikes in crab leg purchases and mysterious Instagram captions like, "Won't he do it?" So what y'all think? Y'all got y'all stimulus? Y'all about to get y'all stimulus money? So we got breaking news. We got $1,200 stimmies coming out. What else we got going on? Go on and get your stimmy. Yep. They're trying to prevent it. They say no application necessary. They just gonna be sending it out to folks. Get your stimmies. What else we got going on? Y'all see that they've been dogging Tesla, haven't they? They've been dogging Tesla, haven't they? Like, y'all see all the Tesla going on, all the stuff with Tesla. The stock down, they vandalizing. What month? They supposed to be coming out this month. They saying that the stimulus. They saying that the stimulus. They saying that the stimulus. They're saying now. They saying that they're gonna begin rolling them out next week. So y'all can check into it, do a little research. But as far as the article I'm looking at, they're saying that the stimulus checks will be start rolling out next week. So I don't know how that goes, but maybe it'll just show up at your door. I don't know. Yeah, I've been seeing that, Michelle, that he's supposed to be stepping down. Elon Musk is supposed to be stepping down from Doge. And that's just, and the only reason he's stepping down, it would just be so his face won't be in the front of it. But I believe he still would be running it, but that's just me saying it. Who knows? Who freaking knows? Look out for your stimmy. But yeah, Tesla taking a beating right now. Let me see what the latest Tesla news is, because Tesla is taking a beating. They say Elon Musk loses $1 billion every time Tesla drops by basically $2. So every time Elon Musk Tesla drop by $2, Elon Musk loses $1 billion, and he's losing $1 billion. He's lost billions already, which is the big reason why he's going to step down from Doge. Let's see what they say about Doge. Chat. So, according to Politico, Trump hints that Musk and Doge may be coming to the end of the road. At some point, Elon's going to want to go back to his company, the president said. Elon Musk's days as a senior White House advisor may be coming to an end, along with his government-slashing Department of Government Efficiency. President Donald Trump hinted Monday that his close ally Musk may have to go back to running his companies full time, and that the mission of Doge will have been accomplished after firing tens of thousands of government employees. I think he's amazing, but I also think he's got a big company to run. And so at this point, he's going to go back. Trump said of the Tesla CEO. I keep him as long as I can keep him, but I think he's going back to his company. The president's comments made at a White House signing ceremony for an executive order calling for increased scrutiny of concert ticket resellers came amid a growing public concern about chaos and turmoil caused by Doge. And as the once high-flying Tesla appears to be heading for a hard landing. Musk is classed as a temporary government employee with a 130-day cap on his services. Since joining the government, Musk has, by his own description, taken a chainsaw to the federal workforce. Meanwhile, Tesla is hitting a major turbulence. Sales of its electric cars are plummeting around the world as Musk fuel rage makes the vehicles increasingly unpopular with consumers who once flocked to the brand. The company's share, the plunge it's been a 36% plunge in the first quarter. Musk appeared to set the stage for his departure at the 130-day mark in an interview with Fox News. Musk says, I think we will have accomplished most of the work required to reduce the deficit by $1 trillion within that time frame. In other words, Elon Musk finding out you can't just do whatever you want when you got money, because where do your money come from? Us, the people. Which is something I always understand. You're never bigger than the people because you're nothing without the people. So with all the people that were mad at me when I said that it wasn't about what Elon Musk was doing, it was about the way he was moving, and it was turning people off. All the people that were getting upset at me for saying that, where y'all at now? Because everything I said is coming to pass. Like I always say, I don't have it out for nobody. I just tell the facts as I see it. And the way Elon Musk was moving was rubbing people the wrong way. I told my friend the other day, it's not about what you do, it's how you do it. I don't care. You might have a great reason for doing whatever you're doing, but if you don't handle it the proper way and you rubbing all kind of people the wrong way, y'all see how it turns out. So quit getting mad when people call out facts. Sometimes look into it and see what they're talking about. See, I listen to both sides. I'm very open-minded, which is why I'm able a lot of times to predict the outcome of shit, because I just don't pay attention to my angle. I pay attention to everybody's side in the equation, and then I evaluate it. So I wasn't hating on Elon Musk. I want the best for our country. So I'm hoping Trump, Elon, whoever doing whatever they're doing, I'm hoping it works. But I still have to speak honestly, and I was dead right about Elon Musk and how he was moving from the start. I said he wouldn't last long. It's not last. It's shorter than I even thought it was going to be. I didn't think we'd be on April 1st, late March, talking about Doge about to be gone. I was thinking Elon was going to have to do something more like August, September, maybe July at the earliest, but I wasn't thinking April. But the American people ain't for that shit, man. Like, it ain't about nobody hating on you, man. Sometimes whether what you're doing is a good, even if you think it's a good cause, you have to do it in a way that people understand what you're doing. You can't do it like you just a bully swinging a sword because you got the biggest sword. You just chopping everybody's heads off. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes a bully. So when people were trying to tell me he's doing something good for the country, why are you calling him out? He's doing this. I said, and see, that's the problem. I never said one thing bad about whatever he was doing. Like I always tell you, whatever Doge was doing, I have no way to know everything they were doing. So I never commented on what they were doing. What I was commenting on is the way that Elon Musk was just guerrillaing and taking over everything and moving it abrasively and rubbing people the wrong way. That's all I said. And I'm been proven to be right. And all the Elon Musk supporters who were mad at me for no reason, now they disappeared. I don't even hear from them no more. They won't even have the decency to come back and say, damn, Flo, I was cussing you out, but you were right. I can do it. You see how I cussed the police out on Saturday? And I came right on my platform Monday apologizing, as much as I can't stand their ass anyway. Even though I still don't like the way the police department in Atlanta act. But I don't have a problem saying I apologize if I was wrong. But other people don't do that. They get all upset. They get all in their feelings because you call out somebody that they like. This particularly was Elon Musk. But then a couple months go past and every fucking thing that I said has came true. But I don't hear from the Elon Musk people no more. It's like I only hear from them when they think I'm wrong or whatever. But once I'm right, oh, they know where to be found. All of a sudden, I don't even know, do Elon have any supporters anymore? Because I don't hear from any of them anymore. Like I said, I was the first person, one of the first people in the fucking United States with a Tesla. A lot of people don't know that, think I'm hating. I was a big supporter of Elon Musk. I was the first person. I had a Tesla back in 2017. First person with one in my city for sure, and damn near in the country. I like the efficiency. I like the electric cars. I like pushing forward. But damn, if you start moving in a way that ain't right, I'm gonna call your ass out. Ain't nothing personal. Half the people that's telling me, getting mad at me for calling out that Elon was moving foul, half of them ain't never even supported him. I was one of the first people to buy a Tesla. So I put my money where my mouth was. I'm not a hater. I'm just not gonna pander. I could be driving and loving a Tesla 1 minute, but then if Elon Musk moving foul in a whole nother situation, I'm going to speak honestly about it. So my platform is for the mature people. I don't do this for people who don't understand that we all have different opinions. It ain't nothing personal. But when I'm right, damn it, give me my flowers. This whole Elon Musk, if I could have wrote a book and I would have been dead on. The only thing I would have been off on is the timeline, because I didn't expect for it to hit the fan this fast. I knew it wouldn't take long. I just didn't know it would be this fast. So, like I said, hey, good luck to Elon and Doge and Tesla. I don't wish bad on nobody. I want to see everybody succeed. Everybody. But if you do some shit I don't like, I'm going to say it. This is why I'm Mr. and I don't like it. If you have a problem with that, scroll. It's real simple. They got it real easy where you just take your finger and you just swipe it up, and you ain't got to be bothered with me. You ain't got to be bothered with me. So now I hope all you Elon apologists can say, you know what, Flo, you was right. I never commented on what Doge was doing. I don't know what the hell Doge was doing, so how am I comment on it? I just felt like the whole way he moved in on people and the whole way he went about it was very like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I don't need nobody's, I don't need anybody's approval. I don't care what none of y'all think. And he moved. That's the way he moved. And that's why the backlash is what it is. That's why they burning Teslas. That's why they don't want to buy. That's why the stocks is down. Not because of what he did. It's because of how he did it. I'm gonna say it again. It ain't from what he did, it's because of how he did it. And that is a lesson in life. I don't care what you're doing. Just because you think it's the best thing since sliced bread, don't mean you get to just do whatever the fuck you want without no caring what anybody thinks and just stomping people on the way. You can't do that. I understand that. I just think a lot of people don't understand that. They think because you're doing something good, that means you get to just bully everybody. That ain't how it works. That's like somebody doing a favor, preparing you some food. But if they being nasty and mean while they preparing that food, I don't want the fucking food. Yeah, you doing a good thing, you cooking for me or you making my meal, but if your attitude is nasty and I don't like the way you moving, I don't want your fucking food. And so that goes back to like Elon, and not just Elon, just people in general. They want to do people any kind of way and then explain and say, I don't understand why everybody's so mad at me. I'm doing a good thing. That's because you're missing a point. You're so smart, you're missing a point. It ain't about the good thing you're doing. It's about the way you're going about it. You have to go about it in the right way if you want people to respect and understand what the hell you're doing. So that's enough of Elon. But at least hopefully y'all get y'all stimulus checks. Exactly. And see, that's what people saw through. Exactly, Amy. Yeah, your food can go straight to hell. I don't want what you're preparing for me. I don't care if it's the best meal, it's good for me, it's healthy, you giving it to me. If your attitude is nasty and you moving like a bully, fuck your food. And that's what the American people, and not just American, that's what the people as a global society, as a global society, that's what they're saying to Elon. They are collectively saying, we don't like the way you moving, bro. Exactly. I feel you, Michelle. Yeah, we don't want, it's getting to that point. We just want to be treated right. We don't want all this. You telling us all these favors you doing, but you're not listening to what we want. That's my gripe. I'm gonna say it again. I know I'm sounding like a broken record. We got a problem with the healthcare situation, but ain't nobody touching that. But you want us to be all happy about some other shit. I got hundreds and thousands of followers and all kind of comments. Do y'all know how many comments I see with people complaining about healthcare and want something done about it, and you don't hear nobody talking about it? You don't hear nobody attacking it. Think about that. You don't hear nobody talking about the healthcare situation in America, people getting denied left and right, but you don't hear nothing about it. See, they want to do what they want to do and shove it down our throat, and we just supposed to like it. No Diddy. Instead of actually listening to what we care about and making something happen to the things that we care about and to the situations that we talk about. Like I said, not just healthcare, it's a lot of stuff. I just don't see it being addressed. I see a lot of stuff being addressed as far as they saying, look, we're going to address, but we want to address because we know better than y'all. That's the feeling I get. I could be wrong. That's the feeling I get. I get the feeling that they just doing whatever they feel like they want to do because they feel like they know better than us. And so they going to just put time, resources, and money into fixing shit that we don't even give a fuck about. And that's a good point that Amy made before we get the hell out of here. Amy says, and we're gonna leave on this note: use the money that you grow and use the money, grow your own food, and be less dependent on the stores and watch the government step differently. That is so good. The power is in the people, y'all. Remember that. Spread the word. Y'all make sure y'all check out Wendy Williams parade, not a fucking parade, a protest. Check out Wendy Williams protest. I'm out. Everybody, let's get the I'm outs in the comments. And also I'm gonna do a couple deep dives today on my TikTok. So check out my TikTok page, the Flow Show No Filter. I'm gonna do a couple deep dives, couple videos about some of this mess that's going on. So yeah, let's get the I'm out, y'all. And please definitely comment out. Thank you, C Tuck. Comment after the live closes. Come back and leave some comments in the comment section. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Mini Me. I think Jennifer might have left one. I'm not sure. But the rest of y'all, I don't see y'all in the comments after the live close. Can y'all please, when the live closes, go back to this post and it take 2 seconds. Just leave a comment. It helps the algorithm. I appreciate y'all. Everybody have a great day. Don't forget to comment after the live. I know I'm gonna see Lauren. I know I'm liable to see Mini Me, but where the rest of y'all at? So when we come back here tomorrow, I'm gonna let y'all know who didn't comment on this one, and y'all gonna be the first people I talk about tomorrow. So peace and love, much love to everybody. Enjoy y'all day. Be safe. I'm